Okay, our topic for this specific section for today is more on percentiles and box plots. Okay, so you can go ahead to your book on 3.2 percentiles and box plots to check on this. This is just an additional learning video. Okay, so we're gonna create some tables. Okay, about growth. We have here the growth and the value. Okay, and then we'll provide here the minimum, the Q1. Okay, we already have discussed the Q1 and the Q2. Q2 means that this is the median, and the Q3 and the maximum. Okay, I'm gonna create a table to show you how to do that. Okay, so to check the minimum, okay, we just had to type min. Okay, and this one. Okay, this is the mean, negative 40. Okay, and then let's check if it moved. Yeah, it moved. Okay, for the minimum and value, let's use uh, this line here. Okay, so value minimum is 46.52. Okay, so now we'll get the quarter one. Okay, this has to copy the um, formulas. Okay, same formula. Oh no, it's not growth, growth, growth. This one moved to growth. Okay, let's check. Let's try to delete this one. I forgot to put some dollar sign here. Dollar, dollar, dollar. Okay, and this one also dollar sign for the range not to move. Dollar sign also. Okay, and then we'll copy formulas. Okay, right. So now we have the same formula here. So the next one will be Q1. Q1 just have to type quartile and then use 1. Okay, so 2.86 is the Q1. Okay, quartile again, and then 1, it's 1.7. Okay, that's the Q1 for value. How about this one? Okay, quartile again, and let's put some 2. Okay, that's a quartile, and this one, can I change this again as quartile? Okay, okay, that's the quartile, and this one, quartile 2, and the third quartile will be, let's put 3 here. Okay, okay, so this is it. I forgot to put some max, so this max, we just need to change min to max. Okay, that's the max. This one, this is the max. Okay, so now we have the table for the minimum the quarter 1, the quarter 2, Q3. Okay, so first we will be discussing first this one, and then we'll try to figure out the specific thing like getting the IQR and then the symmetry of the data, okay, and the R to construct some box plots out of here. But on we'll try to check, but according to the book, Excel, unfortunately, there's no direct way of doing the box plot, but we'll try to check later. We'll try to also make some box plots out of Excel, and then we compare it with the box plot from the R. Okay, so to get the IQR, okay, this is to determine the level of outliers. Okay, so IQR is equals to Q3 minus Q1. Okay, so for growth again, gonna copy this one. Growth and then IQR here. Okay, so IQR. So according to IQR is equals to Q3 minus Q1. Okay, so the IQR for growth is Q3 minus Q1. Okay, so that's the IQR. Okay, 34.11. The same goes here. Okay, let's try to copy the. Okay, it's the same. Okay, so the AQR for value is 20.724. Okay, so um, to get the actually IQR is very indeed useful. Okay, in determining the or removing the outliers. Outliers are the numbers that are too far. That is in audit they call it the something fishy around. Okay, it's the it might be a scam. Okay, or it might be something worth investigating, or you can just remove that in the data because it's not useful. Okay, so that's how IQR is useful. Okay, so to get the IQR, okay, um, it is recommended. Okay, IQR is equals to just multiply that by 1.5. Okay, so the IQR for growth times 1.5 is 51, and this one is 31. Okay, so to find out this one here, if there are if there were let's copy this again. If there were what do you call this? To find out if there are outliers, we need to find out. Okay, um, we need to check. Okay, the first calculate uh, the the the, the symmetry of the or we need to check. Okay, we need to lessen the uh, we need to get the what do you call this? We need to determine if the outlier exists. Okay, so first we need to determine q1 minus minimum. Okay, q1 minus minimum. Q1 less than minimum, and then max less by q3. Okay, so here we'll find out if we have an outlier on the left side or the right side. Okay, so for q1 minus mean, okay, so it's 43. You just have to copy this formula. Okay, it's the same. So 48, and then Q3, max minus Q3. Max minus Q3. Okay, so 42, and here 21. Okay, so 43 is lesser than 51. Okay, and yeah, and then 42 is lesser than 51 also. Okay, so for growth, there are no outliers. Okay, for value, okay, 48 is greater than 31. Okay, so there are outliers on the negative side of the value. Okay, to check on that, we need to you can just I'll show you the formula later. Okay, and the this one is 21 is lesser than 31, so there are no outliers on the positive side. Okay, or the right side of the table. Okay, or the distribution. Okay, so we now have to check is if we now count. Okay, how many outliers are there? Okay, remember, um, if there are outliers in audit, it's worth investigating. Okay, but if you wanted to derive some useful data, uh, you can try to remove outliers. Okay, okay, because if you include outliers in the data, okay, it might affect the inference. Okay, so you try to remove that. Okay, or outliers may be uh, those answering questionnaires that are not really serious about the questions. Okay, they're just guessing, or they don't really read the underlying question and just answer a random answer. Okay, so most likely they fall into outliers. Okay, so in order to find that, since the maximum number for value here is 31, and we found out that there are outliers here on the side of value. Okay, so we try to find out who among them are outliers. Okay, so negative 31 and 48. Okay, so we'll try to check. So 1.5 value is 20. Okay, so we'll try to check how many outliers are there. Okay, so to find out, okay, we need to uh, AQR times 1.5 is 31. So this is okay. To find out how many outliers are here, okay, we're gonna subtract this one, uh, and this one minus this one. Okay, so it's negative 29.4. Okay, so anything that is greater than 29.4, okay, will be considered as outlier. Okay, so just count this. Okay, count if the range here, okay, mm, uh, less than 29.4. Okay, less than, I mean greater than, let's check. Okay, 1. Okay, less than 29.4. This will be less than 29.4. So if I put here some 30, if I edit this one, if I put here 30, oh, it doesn't work. Okay, let's see. about 31. Alright, it doesn't change. Sorry. It must be negative 30. Okay, it's 2. Okay. So anything beyond 29.4, okay, it will be considered as an outlier. So here we have one outlier. Okay, and later we will see where is that outlier uh, in our chart. Okay, all right. So in Excel, to have a box plot, okay, you just have to insert. Okay, you just use this box and whisker. Okay, and there we have a box plot. Okay, you can just have to redesign that one into this. Okay, and you add some data labels. Okay, with that, okay, you can see uh, growth and value. Okay, so we now have this box plot here. Okay, so this is the box plot for value is red and growth is uh, blue. Okay, so we can see here that the okay, so according uh, to the book, okay, so so for value, okay, so the skewness is here the on growth, the skewness is on the left side. I mean on the right side, okay, because it's not horizontal. We created a boxer and whiskers as a horizontal. Okay. Um, Before diving into that, okay, let's try to make some. Let's try to compare this one with the box plots from R. Okay. To do that, you can open R Studio. Okay. It's simple. Okay. Very simple in R Studio. You just had to add a new dataset, Excel again, and then we'll browse. Okay. And then we'll have to rename this one again as my data. And then we'll look for growth and value. This one. Okay. And then we click import. Okay. So now we have the data. Okay. Now we type the code. Okay. So box plot and then my data. Okay. Growth and then my data. So we will be creating box plot for growth and value. Value. Okay. And the name of the main is always the name. Okay. Main box plots for growth and value. Okay. And then x-axis name. Annual returns. Okay, annual returns 1984 2019. Okay, so add here percentage. It's just a name, okay? Don't worry about this if you try to omit some commas. Okay, no problem with that. Okay, so next are the names. Okay. X lab, that's the x-axis. There are no, okay, the names is equals to C, growth, and value. Okay, and then horizontal. Okay, you're gonna make it horizontal. Okay, and then the color will be gold. Okay, and then press enter. Okay, so this is the box plot. Okay, box plot for value and growth. Okay, so you can try to export this one, save as image, JPEG. Okay, file name boxplots. Okay, and then you save that in desktop. Okay, so save. Okay, so that's the picture. Okay, you can use that. You can use this technique here on. Actually, this is a good table actually. Okay, so we'll try to compare this one with the. Let's copy this one and let's try to compare this with the Excel. It has the same value. Okay, okay, I think it's the same. Look at that. Okay, okay. So I think they are the same, and the box plots for growth and value are consistent with the findings in parts A and B. Okay, so for value, it is negatively skewed. For value, negatively skewed. Okay, so when you say negatively skewed, it's you can see the table that uh, the the vertical line is here. Okay, and for the growth, it's positively skewed. Okay, right? So that's the symmetry. Okay, the same as here. Okay, so for growth, okay, this is the growth, and this one it's still the same. Okay, and this one also still the same. Okay, but I would agree that we have a good um, output for R here. So R here has an advantage of showing us. Okay, because in Excel, I don't know if there are options to make this as a horizontal, but I find it difficult to find what ways to make this horizontal. Okay, because if you look at the options, okay, boxer and whiskers, or we can check here. Okay, okay, so you can try to format access. I think it's not okay, I cannot edit it. So regularly in boxplots, I want it to be horizontal to see the like this one. Okay, and here negatively skewed. This is the symmetry, and here positively skewed. Okay, bye. I'll see you again on the next activity or example.